What's up, guys? It's BWADE. I am back home. Had a little weekend getaway to St. Augustine, so some of the picks weren't, or the videos weren't coming out as frequently as normal, but we are back and we're going to be firing on all cylinders, y'all. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite picks for this Pacers-Knicks Game 4. I'm going to walk you through that data, the analysis, and kind of explain to you why I like these picks, why I decided to put my money on them, and hopefully give you enough data so that you can make informed decisions as to whether you want to tail these picks or not. At the end of the day, it's always gambling. There's always a risk that they miss, so bet responsibly. Looking at how we've been doing, y'all, and I always want to be as transparent as possible. VIP, we had a little bit of a slump for maybe 3 or 4 days, and you'll see it on the screen here, right? You'll see that downward slope on the last month. We're still up over 12 units, still profitable for the last 30 days. But these type of things happen. It's part of the game, and, you know, just to show you guys how much I appreciate you. Everyone in VIP got a free 7-day extension on their VIP package because of that slump. You know, I don't take it lightly. I know you guys put your faith in me. I appreciate that. I do the research, and typically we come out on top, but there was a couple days, and so I always want to own that and let you guys know how we're doing. So, looking at VIP, if you guys want to jump in, right, I give you anywhere from 5 to 10 game picks every day where we are, I'd say 80% of the time we're profitable. And then I also give you another, 4 to 10 DFS slips as well in VIP. So if you guys want to jump in, there's 2 ways to get in. You can either use code NBA in the checkout. You're going to get 80% off. It'll cost you about $10 for a week of our picks. The other option, sign up with one of these apps I tell you about in the video, Underdog, Betr, or any of the apps down below in the description. You use my code, sign up, deposit $5, $1,000. It doesn't really matter. As long as you use my code and make a deposit, send me a screenshot on Instagram and I will hook you up with the free week of VIP. Also, guys, I do an autographed jersey giveaway every month on this channel just to show you guys how much I appreciate you. It's a little way for me to give back. And so this month we are doing a signed Anthony Edwards jersey. Month is coming to a close in a couple days here, so I'm going to be giving that away to one of y'all, and all you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. That's it. So make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. You'll be entered in that raffle at the end of the month. Let's start getting into these picks, though. So we are starting out with Myles Turner over 14.5 points. He's hit this in his last 2 games in this series with 16 and 19, and his scoring's been pretty compressed. I mean, all but 1 game have been between 10 and 23 points scored. So he stays right in that same range. But what I really like is when we dig into this and we look at his home performances in the playoffs. He's hit this in every single home game in these playoffs so far, right? And so when we look at away games, he's averaging 15 points per game. He's only hit it in 3 out of 7. And then when we look at home games, he's averaging 18.2, which is 3.2 points higher than his away games. And he's hit it in all 6 games at home these playoffs. Really, I love this play. You see how he's been playing. He's been looking really good in this series. And overall, he's just been crushing it in the playoffs. He's hit this in 3 out of 5 games against the Knicks, which that doesn't do a ton for me. But in the 2 home games, he has hit it against them, right? Back in November, he dropped 26 on them at home, and then he had 19 in that first home game in this series. And so, really like this play. Myles Turner over 14.5 points. And then I am fading Karl-Anthony Towns' assist number. Taken this a few times now. If they're giving it to us, it has gotten a little bit worse of a payout. It was like minus 110. Now it's down to minus 144. But there's still a ton of value in that pick when you look at the fact that he's only hit it 3 times. Right? The first game of the playoffs, he had 5 assists. And since then, he's only hit it in 2 out of 14 games. And like the first game in this series, when he went over it, he hit that in the first 5 minutes of the game. And then he went the next, 34 minutes that he played without any assists. He had 0 assists the next game. And then in this last game, he only had 1 assist. Overall, y'all, there is a ton of value on this. When he's hitting it 20% of the time, we're getting it at minus 144. I'm going to take that every day of the week. So lock this one in. And then I'm taking Pascal Siakam under rebounds. And so you see here they have it 5.5, where the under is at plus 122. But I found this on Underdog. It's still at 6.5 on Underdog. Now, obviously, the payout changes a little bit, but that one rebound makes a huge difference. You see, he goes from hitting it about 50%, 6 out of 13, to at 6.5. He's only hit this 4 times, and especially when we look head-to-head, he's only hit this once out of 6 games against them this year. He only had 4 last game, 5 the game before that, 5 the game before that, so he hasn't hit it yet in the series. He's not doing great rebounding against the Knicks. The Knicks are just a really good rebounding team, especially when they have Mitchell Robinson in the starting lineup. And so I feel great getting Siakam at 6.5 rebounds with taking that fade. And so that's going to be our third pick. And you'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting a 6.3x payout for this on Underdog. Guys, Underdog has the best promo going in these NBA playoffs. If you've been watching my videos, I keep telling you about it because it's absolutely insane. They're giving us 70% profit boost for this game. They're giving us anywhere from a 40% to a 100% profit boost on every single NBA playoffs game. Y'all take advantage of this shit. This is how, like, you really get an edge against these apps, against the books, against Vegas, right? And so take advantage of these profit boosts. If you don't have Underdog yet, sign up, use code BWADE, and they'll even double that first deposit up to $1,000. That's free money. You're going to get these profit boosts. And when you send me a screenshot, even if you only deposit a few dollars, send me a screenshot on Instagram. I'll get you that free week of VIP, and you'll get all of our picks for the next week, guys. Tap in with us. Let's go. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you're entered to win that signed Anthony Edwards jersey, y'all. I just purchased the giveaway for next month. I'm excited for that one. We do a giveaway every single month on here. This is the 7th jersey I'm giving away. And I'm going to continue to do an autograph giveaway every single month moving forward. So make sure you're subscribed, you like, and you drop a comment so that you can be entered to win that. Let's get into these next 2 picks. So I'm fading OG Anunoby's rebound and assist line at 6.5. We have been fading his rebound line. It's been at 6.5, but that is, or no, at 5.5, but that's now come down to 4.5, and I don't really want to touch it there. So I'm moving over and taking the rebound and assist line. We're getting it 2 higher, and you can see here, he hit it the first 2 games of the playoffs, and since then he's only hit it in 4 out of the last 13 games. He hasn't hit it yet in this series, and he hasn't hit it all season against the Pacers. He's coming close. It's not like he's only having 2 or 3, but that's what's keeping this line up at 6.5. He's averaging 5.2 rebounds and assists per game against the Pacers, and really like this play. The numbers all support it, and so we are taking OG Anunoby under 6.5 rebounds and assists. And then I am pairing that up with TJ McConnell over 5.5 rebounds and assists. So when we look, he's only missed this in 3 games in these playoffs so far. He's averaging 7.2 rebounds and assists in these playoffs. And when we look at him against the Knicks, he's only missed it once against them all season. So in the playoffs, right, he's hit it all 3 games in this series. And then in the regular season against the Knicks, he had a 7, a 3, and then another 7. So I love this play. He's hit it in 5 out of 6 against them. He's hit it in 10 out of 13 in the playoffs so far. And even though this is minus 130, I found this at Betr for an even money payout. And so you'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting an even 3x for this on Betr. Guys, Betr has been giving us free and discounted picks all playoffs long. They've been giving them to them all year long. But, like, we're getting SGA over 21.5 PRA today. We got Jalen Brunson over 21.5 PRA yesterday. They're giving us Anthony Edwards over 0.5 point. Like, these are free picks. You know SGA is going to go over 21.5 PRA. And some of the others are just over 0.5 point. They give us one every single day. These aren't just for new users. These are for all users. I'm giving them out in my story on Instagram every day. And we've cashed, I think, like 8 of the last 9 that I've given out of these slips. Y'all, tap in. Betr will double that first deposit when you sign up using code BWADE. And they'll give you an additional free pick. I love this app, especially for the promos. Sign up, use code BWADE, get that sign up bonus, and then send me a screenshot on Instagram so I can hook you up with that free week of VIP, guys. I appreciate y'all watching these videos. I'm going to be back on my main channel. This actually might even be posted to my main channel. I think my suspension's over. So guys, make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment so you're entered to win that signed Anthony Edwards jersey. I appreciate the support from y'all. Let's get some money.